You are now listening to Candid Discussions, live on Ripped Radio. Candid Discussions serves you up with the best place to be to discuss love, dating, relationships, and all the obstacles that come with them. Kick back and listen to Candy and Unrestricted D on Candid Discussions.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Candid Discussions. I'm Candy.
And I'm Unrestricted D.
And it's another fine Wednesday. Happy Hump Day.
Yes, it is. Hopefully y'all get the hump.
This will be the last show for us for the season.
What season?
2019.
Oh, 2019.
Yes.
Year, you mean.
Yes. So.
It's Capricorn season. Almost.
Okay.
Oh.
If it's not Gemini, I don't care. Everybody know that. So we will be back in 2 weeks. So yeah, we'll be off air for a while, enjoying our break.
Yeah.
So,
tell the people about
Candid Discussions. Candid Discussion is an online radio show. We'll Dee and myself get together. We'll usually have some guests, and we actually will have one later on today, to discuss things that are more geared to relationships and what else?
I guess you could say geared towards relationships.
Yeah, that's mostly the premise of our show. We've talked about different things like always a bridesmaid, but never a bride. What was last week's topic?
Last week that's a good question. What was last week?
That was the spirit friend zone.
No.
Yeah, workplace romance.
Workplace romance.
Yeah, so.
See, we can't remember, and our producer do.
That's what he.
On us.
That's a good producer. So, that is what we pretty much do here.
All right, so once again, this is Candid Discussion. We live here on each and every Wednesday on RipRadioNetwork.com. And tonight's topic, producer, is
Lord Jesus.
Friend zone. You know, sometimes they want to be your lover. Sometimes they want to be your friend. But you put them in that zone to stay a friend.
Oh my Jesus.
All right. Cut it, producer. All right, so look. If you felt like you ever been in a friend zone or put people in the friend zone, feel free to call us at 301-232-5700. Once again, that number is 301-232-5700. All right.
All right.
Miss Candy.
Yes, sir.
I got to ask you, as I do every single week, whatever we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever put anybody in the friend zone?
I mean, I know I probably have, not intentionally or intentionally. Especially if I'm in a relationship and somebody try to holler at me, they ain't gonna have no chance, so they automatically put in the friend zone.
Okay, so I'm a little lost on the friend zone thing, me personally. Is a friend zone when you know the person's trying to talk to you and you just keep them as a friend? Or is the friend zone when y'all think y'all friends and then they want to be more?
So I looked up the definition. It says, in popular culture, the friend zone is a situation in which one member of a friendship wishes to enter into a romantic or sexual relationship while the other does not. It is generally considered to be an undesirable situation for the rejected person.
So basically, one of the people
wants to be in a situation with the other.
Okay.
Yeah. Relationship, fuckuationship, whatever you want to call it. They want something more than just hanging out as friends, and the other person, it shuts it down.
I wonder, have people both put each other in friend zone? You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, then no, because if I don't want anything sexually from you and you don't want nothing sexually from me, then we're just friends. So I'm guessing, I don't think you putting each other in friend zone. Y'all just friends. Can you hang out with the opposite sex and just be friends with them, and not have any romantic or sexual desire to be with them?
Me personally?
and act on it.
Okay. I mean, I guess I see what you're saying. I want to say, have you ever been put in the friend zone?
No. Not that I'm aware of. I've never wanted somebody and not had them.
Cocky, are we?
It's not cocky. I don't want that many people, and the people who I've ever wanted always, yeah. Anybody who I wanted, I had.
Okay. So, can you remember last time you put somebody in the friend zone that you know of?
A coworker, probably.
Okay.
A coworker tried to holler at me, and I shut that shit down.
Like they really try to holler at you?
Told me that they wanted to fuck me, and I shut the shit down.
Okay, so so we saying friend zone is sexual, not a relationship wise, right?
It's either.
It's either or.
Either. It's just both. Romantic or sexual relationship.
So what about if you fuck them? Is that automatically put them in the friend zone?
If you fucked them?
Yeah.
If you fucked them, you messed up. That's not the friend zone. You probably could fuck them and be like, oh, that dick was trash, and then put them in the friend zone and never deal with them again.
So you can't, if you have sex with them, hold on, I'm lost. If you have sex with them, they could be put in the friend zone. And if you don't have sex with them, they're in the friend zone.
Well, put it like this. Let's say you have sex with someone and the sex was trash. You don't want to have sex with them again. But that person wants a relationship from you. You can actually put that person in a friend zone because you can pump the brakes on and be like, I'm not interested in a relationship. And sometimes some good guys can actually smash one time somebody who's desperate, but that doesn't mean that person wants to be with that person.
Gotcha. I'm just trying to ever think, have I ever been in a friend zone? I mean, I'm pretty sure I probably have.
Cocky.
No, I'm pretty sure I have been
You
in
got
friend
every
zones.
female you wanted?
For the most part, yes. Yes. I want to say yes. You put me in the friend zone.
And then you got it.
I mean, after a long time, though, but it was a friend zone.
Yeah.
But I guess I didn't come at you. Well, hold on, okay. No, you didn't put me in the friend zone. Because by your definition, you said I had to have interest in you.
Romantically and or sexually.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
We argued the very first day we met. And
So,
then
the
we
first
just came
time you
close
wanted to have
because
sex with me, you end up having sex with me.
I think it was the other way around. But I'll
Rooftop
take
party.
That. I'll
Uh-huh.
take that.
Okay.
I'll take that. I think it's the other way around.
Okay.
But
I'll let you have your glory moment.
this topic actually came about because our last topic of workplace romance is, and our producer kind of made us go off topic and go into
I know, right?
to friend zone.
A mild rant.
He pretty much said, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, how is it the nice guys get put in the friend zone? And I kind of agree with him, but I kind of disagree because even though you're nice, doesn't mean that the woman will appreciate your niceness.
True. But a lot of women look for bad boys instantly, unfortunately. But we do.
They're more attracted to him.
We are more attracted to a bad boy. Unfortunately, we don't want to. It'll take us a few bad boys to break our heart for us to be ready for the nice guy, homemaker.
I want to say you will be in the friend zone. Oh, go ahead.
Well, here's the funny part. Just by that statement, I feel like it will take you that long to, you be with all these bad boys and you have this nice guy that you got in the friend zone, and there'll always be that one, that confidant, the one you always go to, the one you always tell all your business about, the bad boys you've been dealing with. And you're like sitting there when you're just like, hello? And you're kind of like, but you're too nice. You won't do that to me. And you go back to the bad boys and all that stuff. So it's a weird cycle. And
So being a female, and I can tell you from my perspective, if I put a guy in a friend zone not just because he's too nice, because I can tell him all my secrets and just tell him all that stuff, I look at him as like, unfortunately, that he's gay. I do. That's what a lot of females. I know.
You about to make it.
But I'm just saying, in general, we will think. That's just how our brains work. We think that you are good. We not even gay. You are a good girlfriend now.
That's
I mean, but that's how
it gets lower and lower.
But that's pretty much how we think. If you're the good guy, the nice guy, always being extra, always doing nice stuff for us, always doing things, we don't see that. We just like men like to be like a chase. Women still like to chase just a little bit. And if we feel as though that you're coming on too strong and too hard, but in a nicey way, then we'll be like, I can put him in the side because he will always be there for me to come and get when I'm done chasing the guys that are hard to catch.
But then that's where the debate comes in
Can they hear you?
They should.
Oh.
It's up there.
Okay.
I think the debate would be is the more times, that quote of, going to the well too much, somehow that well will be dried up one day, and you're kind of like getting you keep going to the guy you got in the friend zone, and that guy won't be there anymore.
I'm gonna tell you this. I disagree with her. I think it makes sense to kind of sit around and listen. I'm gonna tell you this. You should sit around and listen, but not too much. Okay. You have to ignore her sometimes so she could actually be intrigued and want to actually want to chase you down for a conversation, because as she said, most women, if you are constantly there and let her vent about whatever goes on, she's always going to depend on you. Right. Just as that vent, as she said. But if you kind of give her 40% ear and then 60% back, I think that would leave more of a mystery.
Yeah, and it's also the type of girl. So
True.
If you give 40% to a woman who is a player, then she's going to ignore you. She's going to brush you to the side. She's not going to care. But if you give 40% to a girl that's not a player but might want a relationship but still chasing after bad boys, she going to still try to feel like, oh, Brian ain't called me today. Let me call him up and see what he's doing. So she going to be like more intrigued, like, oh, why he ain't calling me? He must got somebody else. Let me call. I ain't saying you playing mind games, but when a girl knows that a super nice guy is readily available at her beck and call, he's going to be the last person she call.
I agree. Most women they don't like when you have too many women, but they like to know that other people find you attractive.
And some people on the feed are asking for the number. The number is 301-232-5700.
And that person who asked for the number should already know the number by heart because she has been here several times. But once again, that number is 301-232-5700. Once again, that number is 301-232-5700. Now back to you. So I think that you shouldn't listen to him too much, but you should listen.
That's true.
Okay.
That's the most important thing.
Also, I feel like another way to get out of the friend zone is not. What's that?
I actually have a list of 22 ways to get out of the friend zone. You had that right there.
Oh, okay.
You have it too on your.
I heard them all.
I was just gonna give y'all my version.
Oh, go ahead.
Dad, you made me forget my
I'm
thing.
sorry.
So another way to get out of the friend zone, if she is, matter of fact, just go ahead and read your list because you made me think.
We have the same list.
I know, but go ahead. You want me to read it?
We can go back and forth.
Okay.
All right. The first one, it says accept it. Pretty much accept that you're in a friend zone. You ain't gonna get out of it for some people.
All right. Number 2 is stop feeling sorry for yourself.
True. 3 is stop obsessing over her. She don't like it. Women don't like to be that. I'm telling you.
Unless you're kind of biased.
Unless you're, I know, but most of it was most of people feel as though men are put in a friend zone. Most men don't, not all, but a lot of men don't put women in the friend zone because they put them in the I fucked you and I want to deal with you zone.
Okay, that's a little accurate. I agree with you on that. Number 4, stop calling and texting so much.
Facts. Like we said before, become a challenge. Make her work for your attention. That was number 5.
Number 6 is stop running your mouth. So I pretty much think that means don't give feedback to her, maybe? A lot of feedback to her.
What did it say? You said number 6?
Yep.
It says running your mouth and telling her your life story does not make her feel attraction. It removes the mystery, excitement, and wonder. She winds up bored. Damn. Eek. Women are ruthless.
Yes, y'all are.
Number 7, let her miss you. We were saying that earlier.
All right. Number 8. Well, we got a phone call.
All right.
All right. Thank you for calling Candid Discussion. Thank you for calling Candid Discussion. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
You doing good? Life is good?
Is this Candid Discussion?
Yes. How you doing?
Oh, sorry. I'm driving.
I was wondering when you was going to start talking.
Yes. Okay. So, friend zone. I disagree with Candy. I guess her description of putting people in the friend zone. My personal assessment is that when you meet someone, you kind of know right away where they're going. You know where your interests lie, and sometimes people don't take into consideration that they're just not attracted to them. It's not that you're putting someone in the friend zone based on they're too nice. You just didn't hit those things that would attract them.
So
you may have a nice conversation, but maybe that's it. That's it. It's just a conversation. So it's automatically, okay, we're just friends. We can be good friends, but that's about it.
So is it safe to say that you're saying friend zone really based more upon attraction to you?
Yeah, I mean, when you say it, okay, so if we go by the definition is that you're friends, and then it's one person feeling an attraction to the other person. So that other person they're just not attracted to them. They don't see them any kind of way. And a lot of people like to say you put somebody in a friend zone. You don't put anyone in the friend zone. It's just that person it meets your requirements of what you want in a relationship or someone you want to date.
I understand that, but there are certain guys that feel as though that they're always put in friend zone.
And then that's what I say. I think guys put themselves in a friend zone. It's because they're not understanding social cues. They're not understanding what women want, and they're just going off assumptions. And they're pretty much out there, making wild assumptions, and they're approaching women in the wrong way. And so therefore, they're putting themselves in friend zones.
So what's the best way so you saying the best way for them to actually know if they're in a friend zone if the woman actually say, no, we're going to be nothing but friends?
I think that what people are lacking to do is to actually effectively communicate their intentions up front. Everybody wants to play a game, wants to, hit around and do all these things. I think it should be very clear. I'm attracted to you, blah, blah, blah. Because if you make it known, then someone can probably look at you and say, oh, is that what you're trying, and then maybe we can work together on the situation. But the problem is that everybody takes too much time trying to play games, as opposed to saying up front what you want. Now, if you just only want sex from someone and you're trying to hem and haw out it and they put you in and then it only end up being friends, that's on you. You just wanted sex, so you didn't get it, and why are you getting mad?
All right, we got a rebuttal. Go ahead.
Okay, so what you say? So at what point in time should this person be quote unquote upfront of their intentions? Because if you initially trying to talk to this person just as starting off as friends, because I figured that is the basis of a relationship. At what point in time do you want to say, hey, I want to do with you? Right off the bat?
I think you should be upfront and say that what's your intention? You're attracted to them.
When
you want to take them out on a date.
Okay.
What's wrong with saying that?
At what point in time, though?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But at what point in time, though?
The very beginning. Why are you going to beat around the bush and say I want to be your friend first, but you really want to go on a date with them? That doesn't make sense. Why are you just wasting your time?
I don't know. I
Because
don't know
if the
about that,
person-
Charlie.
if
Because
the person was never attracted to you, they'll say no. You can move on. But you want to do the whole let's be friends, but you really, really wanted to date them. Then now you establish a friendship, and you may never get out of that friendship, that friend zone. So now you just wasted all the time trying to get a date, and then opposed to you could have just asked up front, and if it wasn't a mutual attraction, you could move on.
But I get where you about to go. Charlie, I disagree because if you don't, Brian, help me if I'm understanding wrong.
Yeah.
If you don't get to know them,
right.
how you gonna want to ask them out on a date? Kinda. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I think you gotta get to know a person first to see if you want to go on a date. Then when you go out on dates with them, then you kind of find out, you know what, I might have really true interest in them besides just being a friend.
Yeah. Because majority.
But isn't that the point of dating, to get to know the person?
But
to know if you want to continue on dating them? That's the point of the date. See, that's what I'm confused on. What are you doing to get to know them, but without asking them for a date? How are you getting to know them?
You're getting let's say this. Let's based off last week's show and leading. That's where I kind of went off the rant. Is when if you're talking to someone at work or at even when you were in high school or college and things like that, you get to know these people, but somehow you in a way have this weird, this feeling of it's like, okay, I like this person, I like hanging out with this person. So you're getting at that time you're getting to know them, and somehow those feelings of say that in maybe on one end is there's some intimate feelings that you would like to explore. So that's where you figure it's like, okay, if you're having these conversations, hanging out, quote unquote, hanging out with people, at what point in time do you feel like, hey, this is the right time to say, hey, can we take this to another level? I feel like that way you at least you got the sense of with that person, you got to know what their likes and dislikes are right off the bat. And say with dating, you're pretty much starting from ground zero. If let's say you met somebody off of Tinder or something like that, because you're really starting from ground zero from there.
Well, okay, so you're talking about isolated where you actually work with someone, you're going to school with someone. So you're saying that you are talking to them, you're having conversations with them, and you continue to keep having conversations along the way. You guys are communicating, and then you decide, you ask them, when do you decide to ask for a date?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like at what point in time you feel like, because you're saying it's like, because usually with that type of scenario, because since you guys are on a friendly level, and when do you feel like when you're comfortable enough to say, hey, let's kick it up a notch? It's like, hey, I like seeing your ass, I wouldn't mind seeing your dick or whatever. If he gets to that level, that's when I feel like, okay, maybe things have changed a little bit within your friendship, because you guys are more open and freely to talk about stuff like that. Because sometimes, as said earlier, sometimes when it comes to friend zone and trying to stay friends, if you say the wrong thing, it kind of irks them off, and so you pretty much have to step it back a bit.
But whether you get to know the person as a friend or whether are you first meeting them, women already know that you in the friend. They already put you in the friend
Women
zone.
always put the guys in the friend zone regardless as a starting point anyway, because
not necessarily.
Yes.
Fuck no.
I mean, well, except for the bad dudes, of course.
Saying to you is that okay, let's take your work situation. If you're at work and you having conversations with a person, they already know what they want to do with you. They already know that. You just spending a lot of your time with this friend zone thing that you keep talking about. This friend, I'm getting to know you. They already know. So make it known. It's not like they're like sitting here, I wonder if, or I'm just going to see him later. I mean, it's already known, because you have an advantage. When you're at work, you have an advantage over someone meeting someone's code. So you already have established something. So you should be upfront more so than someone else, because now you're just spinning your wheels. And the longer you stay there talking, having this communication, Days are going by. There are other people already filling spots. So you need to step out there quickly.
Okay. Now, after, let's say this.
I disagree, Charlie, because if you jump out there too quickly, then they might feel as though you're pressing the issue.
It depends. If you I understand what Charlie's saying, but there's more than one way to find yourself in a friend zone. But what she's saying in general, if you see a girl and you like her and you're interested in her, tell her up front. That way you don't play the time of being put in a friend zone for 6 months.
True, understand.
If you already know.
But here's the
If
thing.
you don't know, then hang out with her and y'all can be friends.
That's what I'm
But
saying,
don't
you
be
gotta hang out with
upset
somebody.
6 months later when you're in the friend zone.
How many times you seen someone attractive, but then they actually is not? You understand what I'm saying?
Most-
like they're actually physically attractive, but they're not attractive. Spiritual,
Ugly on the
mentally,
inside.
True.
you know, all that.
I
So
agree.
If I see someone and I'll be like, hey, can I get that? That's gonna be a turn off. Might be a turn on, but 80% of the time it's gonna be a turn off.
Depends on who it's from.
That's why I said 80%.
Depends. But if a guy is always feeling that let's say he met 10 girls this year and he spent a significant amount of time with them, each one of them, and at the end of the year all 10 of them put him in a friend zone. Maybe at the beginning, if he said, hey, I would like to take you on a date when he first met those 10 girls, then they would have had to say, you know what, I'm not interested. Then you would have never wasted your time trying to hang out with them to be your friend.
Understandable in that. But then again, it's like sometimes with, certain individuals, they like their spirit, they like their energy, they like, hanging out with them and things like that. So, sometimes they, sometimes maybe both parties feel like, hey, I don't want to break up this relationship. That's why maybe there's, I wouldn't say the guy, because usually it's always the guy being put in there. Stating the fact is like, hey, maybe I'm not feel comfortable of going that extra mile because I don't want to ruin this friendship because it's fun. I like just hanging out with you. That's why
I get that.
the majority of the time
Yes.
guys put themselves in the friend zone. But in this case in point, I feel like by not knowing this, I would say this, sometimes it's like he feels like, the individual trying to get out of this friend zone, the signals are always very confusing from getting from the other person because they feel like the vibes are there, the conversation is good, we hang out, we got something here. And by stating the fact is like, okay, being upfront and saying, hey, can we do this? Can we go out? And all that stuff. And he feels like when she says no, right there in that point, that's like you say, all that time has been wasted
But
and all that stuff.
you will waste, let's say you spent 1 year trying to get to be somebody's friend. But at the beginning of the year, you knew you wanted to date that person. But instead of asking that person out on a date, you just say, oh, you just hang out. Y'all just keep hanging out. You never explicitly
Isn't that a
told
date?
that person. It depends. Every time you hang out with a female, is it a date?
Usually the funny thing is
No.
women always say that this is not a date when it is. When it's just the two of
If you don't define that it's a date to a female, she might look at it as just hanging out with her good girlfriend. I'm sorry, that's how we are.
Okay, I got what you're saying, but even if you are out with someone, it's a date. Y'all set a time. Y'all
It's
set
not a
place.
date. It's not a date. If during the whole entire year you didn't kiss the girl,
So
you didn't do anything romantic with her. All y'all did, let's say y'all go bowling every once in a while, y'all hang out, y'all laugh, you go a separate way. There's no flirting. There's no nothing.
So flirting
That's not-
and kissing make a date?
No, what I'm saying is that
What-
it
what-
builds
okay,
up.
okay.
If you're not doing any of those things that build up into a relationship or her having feelings to you, she looks at you like a good girlfriend.
Okay, so maybe with
if you don't say I'm interested in you and would like to take you out on a date, she's going to look at you just like a guy who's just her girlfriend.
what about if him as an individual don't find her attractive until the 12th month?
Then that's the risk he ran. Of her seeing you
Okay,
now
so
as
it
a
shouldn't be
girlfriend.
nothing wrong with him just chilling, relaxing.
True.
Doing
But if
anything.
you knew-
and then at 12 months, if he want to take a shot, then he can take a
That's
shot.
fine.
sometimes-
But if
but-
you knew from the beginning you was interested in her, tell her before she put you in a friend zone.
Okay, then let's flip it.
Like my man George said, it's a gamble.
It
it's
is
a
a
gamble.
gamble. But are you gonna if you better off gamble in the beginning? Because let me tell you, as a female, we know if we want you. We do
I don't
from
know
the
about
beginning.
that.
We know.
I don't know about that.
We know.
Because I want to add something, but I'm going to add something off air.
Females know if they even if they can't stand your ass, they know if they're attracted to you, if they feeling some type of vibe from you. They know.
See, that's where I feel it's kind of sad that the women have more power than in relationships in general, because we're like I said, it's like we're trying to figure you out, and it's like this is like another puzzle to try to figure you out and try to open, and we can't, because if we say that we want to go out with you either right off the bat or 6 months, a year from now, we wouldn't have known, because you already knew the fact that he's just a good guy.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Look, right? It's gonna be like George said. It's gonna be a gamble. Either you come off too strong, or you come off too weak. It ain't. I feel like it's never a medium per se. Go ahead.
Also, it ain't even how you come off, because you and Idris Elba could say the same exact words to a female. And a female is probably gonna be like, "Oh, Idris," and be like, "Brian, we're just gonna be friends."
Okay, but is it because
they might be attracted to him?
Okay, is it because he attracted to him, or because he's a star?
Okay, I could find Idris Elba lookalike. That's not a lookalike.
Hello,
just a lookalike.
Looks like a star.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying? So it's a different. I get where you're going. You go, but let's just say if Brian had a cousin that's a little bit more, I don't know, thuggish than him. Bert. So if Bert and Brian say the same thing, you saying that the girl would most likely go to Bert because Brian is
shy and timid.
So either you can be a cocky asshole.
You don't have to be cocky
and go at the women.
You have to be assertive.
Or you can be a shy, respectable guy and get turned down.
I'm not going to say that's going to happen every time. But if you reflect and find yourself that you're always being put in the friend zone, you have to self-evaluate and see, what is it about me? Maybe you need to sit down and talk to anybody who's put you in a friend zone and ask them why. It's a hard conversation, but it's the conversation that you need to have. Especially if, let's say, 5 girls within the last 3 years put you in a friend zone. You might need to really talk to those girls and figure out why. Because they may be like, "Oh, I don't," because you don't look at me when you talking to me in my eyes. You don't talk with authority. It's just little things that women cling to, and women still cling to cavemen. We don't want you not to beat your ass, but we still cling to the men that'll go out and hunt us, but allow us to hunt back a little bit. Come in with a lot of assertiveness, not creepy. I mean, it's a lot of things that women look for, but you're going to have to talk to, or whoever the guy is who's having issues with being put in a friend zone, really gonna have to talk to the women who put them in a friend zone to find out why. And it might be, I'm just not attracted to you.
You might come around the right people too. They might plug you, some of their old extras or something in life or something. But George also said it all depends on what the woman want, a good guy or a thug too.
Yeah, and also like you said,
and most likely women gonna want you when they out there had like 4 kids and
right.
been through 12 baby daddies.
But they still gonna cheat on you with their baby daddy.
The baby daddy is still in jail and all that other stuff. Then they'll come.
I mean, it's like anything. Some men, let's say bad boys, aren't ready to commit and settle down until they're in their 40s.
Facts.
They run through all the girls that they can run through.
You got a gunshot sound over there for me? That was a gunshot
I ain't
sound.
say you. I said some men. But and then some girls, it might be until they 30, 35 that they ready, or early 30s that they done dealing with bad boys and getting their heart broke.
That is true. That is very true. We ain't going on our list, and we got what?
It's cool. We can move
20
on.
minutes?
Else.
Oh, no, come on. We said 7. Let her miss you.
Right. 8, show less interest.
Number 9, stop caring so much.
10.
See that, Brian? Don't care.
Facts.
Just listen, like, she be talking about, then I can't, blah, blah. Hey, damn, Good touchdown, touchdown.
Relax. Number 10.
11, stop putting her on a pedestal.
12.
That's kind of hard though. But go ahead.
Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say about that.
I mean, if you really feel her, you kind of want her to know that you feel her, but you don't want to.
See that putting on the pedestal, I think that to me is like you're treating her like she's this goddess, princess. She's like you're all into her, and I think that they right there, I think that should be like number one, because it's like she's not.
So do you feel yourself doing that to people?
When I was younger, probably. Now, no, because I feel like you realize the fact it's like if you put her on this goddess pedestal, you're reaching for nothing.
Well, I'm guilty. Any woman that I'm actually have real interest in, she's always like,
Yeah.
It's a, I don't know, it may sound male chauvinist. It's like a pecking order. It's like, you have your top one, then anybody else just falls in line. I mean,
I view it with like this. I'm not trying to bring her down to my level. I'm trying to put us as equals. I'm trying to make her respect, treat her as a queen, as the king that I am. So, and I think one of the reasons why I think most guys are put in the friend zone is the fact that a lot of women wanted these quote unquote bad boys, is the fact that they are not used to a person who's treating them as a mutual respect. That's why it's just like, I'm not going to say it's like, hey, you got a nice fat ass today.
you can't treat a woman as, I hate to say it, but to a certain extent, you can't treat a woman as an equal. It's either she look down on you or she look up at you.
True.
In a sense.
But again,
I'm not saying you can't. It's just that's just how they see it. Either they're gonna be like, I'm being protected, or it's gonna be I'm scared for my life.
Mm-hmm.
So it just all depends. Not saying ladies you can't be treated with respect, but it is what it is.
All right.
Where we at?
Now listening
12.
to Candid
Stop letting her use you.
Discussions live on Rip
Okay, number 12. 13 is make her fix her own problems.
Facts. 14. Stop being her girlfriend. She got enough of them.
That is true. Number 15, tell her no.
I have a fucking fit. 16. Keep your feelings to yourself.
Elaborate on that.
Let's see what they say.
And welcome to the show, Thumper.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry, y'all. I had an emergency at work.
It's no problem. Next time, tell
It
them to
says-
hold off.
Yeah, true. What you think?
Fix your mic.
It says, keep your feelings to
Change.
yourself. You go from potential boyfriend to friend zone material when you get emotional, open your mouth, spill your guts, and reveal your feelings. Women have a lot of experience with this, and they see it as, they see it about to happen. So when you say you want to talk, she wants you over to the friend zone. She walks you over to the friend zone door.
All right, so Thumper just came in. Thumper, as you already know, tonight's topic is friend zone. Did you or have you ever been in a... Do you put people in the friend zone, or have you ever been putting people in the friend zone?
Everyone's in a friend zone until you've been selected.
Okay. Are you kind of cocky? Huh? Fix your mic up, man.
No, yeah, everybody in the friend zone until I decide to give you some kind of title.
What does friend zone mean to you?
Well, it varies. Friend zone can mean people who are really just friends, and then you have people that you occasionally, vibe with, chill with absolutely no expectation or anticipation of it being anything other than a friendship.
Okay.
Have you ever been put in a friend zone?
Yeah, and it's probably because of my attitude.
You got an attitude?
I don't know what to say.
What? You?
Yeah, I've been put in the friend zone a lot actually, and I'm actually not ashamed to say that.
Hey,
because
I don't
it
think
makes me
anybody
it makes me a better person. It makes me reflect on things that I probably should be changing.
And then in a sense, rejection sometimes make you...
No, I never said rejected.
So friend
then in a
zone.
sense it's rejected.
So friend zone is you wanting to be with someone, and that person only wants to be friends with you. So you want that person sexually and or in a relationship manner, and they don't want either from you, and they just put you as a friend.
Oh well,
whole different subject.
no, because honestly, like I've had people that have told me, I only want to be friends with you. We can continue to chill and vibe and, you know, meet up occasionally and, you know, be adults, do what grown people do. Damn.
Is that after y'all already been in a situation y'all broke up?
It was more often than not, it was before, it was after we had sex, because after, you know, sex changes shit. So
I was definitely gonna say that. So you don't feel like being put in the friend zone is a form of rejection? Do anybody feel that way?
You
I
can,
do.
You
Okay,
can see
that's
see
one.
it as a form of rejection, or you could see it as an opportunity to grow. Like, why are you being put in the friend zone? Do you not dress well? Are you not articulate? Do you not look
So,
good? Like,
a good friend of
There's
ours told
several
us
reasons.
that it's based upon attraction to her. So if you're not attracted, I mean, how can you get your looks up without plastic surgery?
so in my opinion, I think everybody, and this is not me being funny, I think everybody to a certain degree is looks nice. I don't think
agree.
anybody's ugly.
I agree.
But I think that the way a person carries himself will either elevate or degrade your look, so to speak. Because if you're not the most attractive man in the room or the most attractive woman in the room, but you dress well, you're well groomed, you're well kept, those things play a factor in whether or not somebody considers you attractive.
True. So do you think a person should change how they look because someone put them in a friend zone?
It really depends on whether or not in my opinion about that question, it depends on how badly you want to be with that person. Like, if you're willing, if the person is used to a certain standard, like for myself, for example, I keep myself up in a certain capacity. Like, I'm not gonna wear certain things, I'm not gonna do certain things, so I cannot expect anybody who I'm interested in to be lower than that. I'm not the most high maintenance person, I'm not the best dressed person, I don't always rock the newest shoes, but I'm not gonna, I can't deal with you. I'm not gonna say you're gonna be friend zoned, but I can't deal with you if you're not at least matching my, do people still say fly?
You can.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Be an individual. Say what you want to say.
yeah,
brother.
I'm not. If you can't at the very least match my fly, then it's gonna take me telling you, like, I'm not used to this.
So if they attracted your attention, some shape or form, they matched your fly, correct? Think about it.
No, I mean, that is true. I've had conversations with people before who I didn't think were attractive because of factors outside of their appearance, but they were personally attractive, but I didn't engage with them because I didn't think I could deal with somebody being not as quote unquote fly.
All right, we're going to finish this list up real
Okay.
quick. Number 16, Candy.
Work on yourself.
What?
I'm
Number
sorry.
17.
We already. Oh.
All right, number 17. Keep your feelings to. Oh, no, you say that.
Yeah.
Go on dates and don't discuss it with her.
Right.
You hear that? Be a player. It always worked. Didn't I say that? You had one? No mind. Go ahead.
Stop asking permission.
Stop following and lead. You hear that? So she say, I want to go to Outback. Nah, we're going to Ruby Tuesday. Take charge.
Raise your standards.
Last but not least, stop being submissive. That goes back when I said either she gonna listen to you or she gonna look down on you. You don't agree with that? I mean, I'm not saying it to put women down. It's either they gonna listen to you or not listen to you, or they gonna look up to you or they gonna look down at you. True or
That-
false?
No.
You don't agree with that?
No. No,
would you
women
rather-
do not. You do not have to look up or look down. Some women are okay with looking at you at eye level.
What's that?
See, that's what I said earlier.
It's okay to it's okay to meet somebody where they are, and you're not going to friend zone them.
I don't know
It's
about
okay
that
to
one.
have somebody on your same level.
I want somebody to look up to me.
Look up to you.
I'm
So
not
can you
saying-
do
when I say
somebody?
look up to me, I'm not saying look up to me in a I'm that man, do what I say type of. It's like if I'm with him, I feel safe. If
So what?
something needs to be taken
So
charge.
what situations would she look down on you then?
if I can't do shit,
Yeah, but if you're talking about if the topic is friend zone, then that shouldn't even be looked upon. If you're talking about a relationship, then in my opinion, everybody should match
even in the
energies.
friend zone, you don't want friends. You don't want to be around friends that can't do what you do as an equal, as you're saying, right?
You
Or
want
somebody-
all three type of friends.
Would you want your friends to be above you or below you?
I would like.
I like
would,
all three type of friends.
No, I asked you a question.
Neither.
Me personally, I want all of my friends to be above me.
Thank
Because,
you.
No way, and I have a reason. I want all of my friends to be above me because it motivates me to do better.
Exactly.
If I'm equal to all of my friends and we're all doing the same thing, we're on the same level. How are we growing? If you're
Exactly.
if you're below me, then
So you want all your friends to be above you, right?
Yeah.
So why do they want you as a friend?
because I'm that nigga.
See, that's what I'm saying.
you know what?
They don't want you as a
Listen,
friend. Then.
Okay, so maybe he's above them.
And above.
You want someone
Maybe
that plays
they
this,
see-
You want someone that goes back and forth. I might be above you on certain things. You above me on certain things, and some things we might even be on eye level.
That's what we're talking
no,
about.
that I agree with. But when you say somebody that's just completely over you or somebody that's completely beneath you, for lack of a better term, you're like you're not including everybody who's your friend, because everybody who's your friend is not your equal. Everybody is not above you. Everybody's not beneath you. But if it were me, I would prefer friends that were doing much better than me because it motivates me.
and that
I
was the
understand-
actual question.
And I understand that. But when you're saying this, I prefer friends that are doing better than me. Those people might not want to be friends with you because they're doing better than you.
But it also goes back to the question of who are your real friends? If your real friends can't help motivate you, if they can't help you grow, if they can't do something for you, if they can add everything to the table except chairs, then why are we there?
But they all don't have to be doing better than you. You need friends
The
that are doing
question
better
was-
than you. You have. Go ahead.
Which one would you prefer?
And I told you I can't answer that.
Okay, but you're going on about it though.
No way, she didn't
I
answer
said
it.
all three.
She said all three.
I can't.
And that wasn't a question.
Okay.
It
I
was.
said, no, I
I'm
said
not black and white.
above
The question
or
was
below you.
The question specifically was, what was your preference? If her preference is all three, then the question was asked and
I
answered.
never said preference.
You just said
no.
prefer.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't say preference. I said my question was,
Okay.
would you rather be around people that you look up to or you look down to?
Are you asking that question again?
No, you
Because-
already answered. You already answered. That was the question. But back to our topic.
Okay.
That's really our topic for our little bit minutes left. Now I'm gonna say something for the fellas. 15 nicest ways to friend zone a girl. All right. Number 1, be nice to the girl. Number 2, tell her straight up. 3, don't expect her to be your friend. Number 4, don't flirt with this girl. Number 5, take her feelings into consideration.
Whoa.
Number 6, feel free to talk about other girls with her.
Whoa.
Number 7, tell her about your ex-girlfriend.
Whoa.
Number 8, make friend zone girl feel good.
These are the nice ways.
Number 9, friend zone is a safe zone with friends. Number 10, don't text her often. Number 11, don't pity her. Number 12, you're like the sister I never had. Number 13, no touching. And number 14 is friend zone her in public. Oh boy. And numbers 15, just step to the side.
Women already do those things.
That was for the guys though.
Yeah.
You know, since y'all made it about guys being put in the friend zone all night.
Okay.
So, anything else you got?
I mean, I had some stories, but we don't have
All right,
time
come
to
on.
go over
You
these
got
stories.
2 minutes for a story.
All right,
Be
so let's go. Here go one. Martha, 26, says he was obnoxious, and this is why she put somebody in the friend zone. To me, it's not about appearance, it's about attitude. There's nothing more of a turnoff than a guy who gets drunk and is obnoxious at the bar, and people generally don't want to be around him because everyone is sick of his macho attitude. In that case, I would always rather be a friend to him so I can easily leave and walk away from him and then be associated as his girl. Thoughts?
So I don't personally feel like bro should have got friend zoned only because you have to take into consideration that alcohol played a factor, and everybody know that when you drink, it's much different. I'm not the same thumper I am when I'm sober. I mean, I'm sober now, but I'm not the same sober. I mean, I'm not the same thumper that I am when I'm sober.
But
drunk.
How long should you deal with a person who's constantly getting drunk and being obnoxious?
The way I see it,
depending on your friendship.
Can we curse on the show? Mm-hmm. The way I see it, motherfuckers be waiting for people for years. Take for example the lady on what's the name of the show? The dude on The Notebook. He waited for 7 years. She waited for him for 7 years. She got married. I don't think time really plays a factor. Like, if you want to be with somebody and they friends on you, and it's meant to be, it's gonna be. But you just got to put forth the effort. Like, it is what it is.
I don't have nothing to say. I'm out the game. I can't.
I mean, I've had people on my friend zone for years, still trying.
I wonder, do I have any friend zone people?
You mean you put them in a friend zone, or they put you in a friend zone?
Then I put them in a friend zone.
They wanted you, but you put them in a friend zone.
Yeah.
I hope so.
No, I'm not talking about now. I'm just saying, just in general. Just in general.
I'm pretty sure you do. It's probably a lot of girls that.
But they probably got mixed feelings from you, though.
They probably do.
Because
as a promoter, you probably came off charming and gave them that 10 minutes of attention that they required to get them to keep coming back.
And then you always tell me I'm a flirt, so.
You are. You are a flirt.
Certain professions require a certain level of flirtatiousness.
Give me some. Give me some, sir. Give me some.
Sorry.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
I know. I'm a promoter, too.
Oh, double tap.
No. She's retired. She's retired. No, she can do her thing.
All right.
Whatever's going to get the guys to come out and spend that money, do your thing.
Well,
Except for touching.
This is the last one. He is needy and clingy. Jill 31 said, I cannot even consider dating someone who is needy and relies solely on me. I need him to be his own person. If he's getting immediately friend zoned, when I think of someone I'd want to be in a relationship, it is with someone confident and not completely reliant on others. Someone who can take care of themselves. I've got too much going on for me to worry about taking care of another human. Thoughts?
First of all, that story, trash. Because at the end, when you're dealing with somebody, be it friend zone or relationship, you're taking care of somebody, whether it be monetary, financial,
correct,
emotional, physically, whatever. You're taking care of somebody. I mean, not all the check boxes are going to be marked, but you're taking care of somebody in some capacity.
I agree. And with that wisdom, we're going to have to close tonight's show.
I know.
And we will see you all
in 2 weeks.
In the new year.
Yes. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas.
No, Merry Christmas first.
Happy birthday.
That is true.
Happy birthday.
December 24th.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
No. Happy birthday, 24th.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy birthday. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. All right. So I'm Unrestricted D.
I am Candy Davis.
And feel free to join us with any events that we have coming up on www.kkse.club.
Thank you, Thumper.
As always.
As always.
Again, I apologize for being late.
No, you brother. You're good, brother. You're good. All right. Y'all take care. Good night.